Dedication means first constant remembrance of God. That alone can lead us further. Further, what is to be done is, when you are doing any act, right from the morning, whether it is to maintain your body or service to some other body, you must be conscious that it is God's power alone is working through you, and you are serving God. That attitude has to be maintained. Then it becomes dedicated service, or it becomes worship itself. That is why they say work is worship. If this attitude is taken, you are not doing anything by yourself. It means the ego is not there for you. You surrender your ego to God. How to surrender? Oh Lord, I am nothing, you are everything. I am not a separate entity from you. Remove this feeling of separation from you, so that I may realize your oneness with you. Like that, gradually with your prayer and accepting that God's power is supreme, you hand over the ego to the Lord. That is, you make your ego merge in the universal existence. Ego sense. Actually, there is no ego. It's only ego sense. That ego sense has to be removed. That is to be placed at the feet of the Lord. This is possible for householders also. Eknath Maharaj was an example. Whatever he had dedicated to God, because he did not think that anything belonged to him. His wife belonged to God. His other properties belonged to God. His mother belonged to God. That way, everything belonged to God, and that he possessed nothing. He took them to be gods. He only had them in possession because God had entrusted him the responsibility of taking care of them. That was his attitude, and that should be our attitude when we deal with our own relations and possessions. God has given them to us to take care of. We have to take care of them, we have to look after them properly, and when God wants to take them away, give them happily. That should be our attitude. Eknath Maharaj saw God in everything afterwards. Because of the dedication, his mind became so pure, he could see God in everybody. He lived as a householder in the midst of everything, did his normal activities also. He had constructed many temples, he had a large number of followers, he was giving discourses, but in spite of all this, he had his family also, but he remained perfectly detached. When we are perfectly detached and are following the Bhagavata Dharma, we move with many people. Outside we see many, but inside we know we are dealing with only one, that is the Supreme Being, our Lord. This shows that there is no need to go in search of solitude, to enjoy solitude. Great men, it means who are advanced on the path and have learned the technique, can remain in tune with the silence. That is, enjoy silence even in the midst of the crowd. Generally, a question rises in everyone, whether a person has realized God or not. Even so many devotees ask, when somebody comes here, some saint or some advanced soul comes here, automatically the question arises in them that whether that person has realized God or not. So Sri Aurobindo in this context says, nobody can find out whether the other person has realized or not. We cannot say whether he has realized God or not from what he says or does, but we can find out from what he is. Prabhupada says, even jnanis cannot know other jnanis sometimes. Mostly they may be knowing. but not always. Prabhupada continues to work. See, when one has attained jnana, we should first know what is attainment of jnana. He has attained or rather realized that he is one with himself, all-pervading Brahman. There is only one, there is no duality. He is one with the all-pervading reality and at the same time with the entire manifestation. There are no two. So, whenever a saint sees somebody, he sees either that person as manifestation of God or manifestation of his own self. In that case, how can he say whether he has realized God or not, whether he has become a jnani or not? It is one aspect of it. A jnani can be known by another jnani as not from his external actions, but from the influence he gives or rather radiates by his presence. Even others can find out whether he is an advanced soul or realized soul or not. If we go and sit at the feet of a jnani, they will be filled with some sort of unearthly peace and joy. Then we can take it that he is the realized soul. There are many devotees who go to saints and cannot recognize them as saints because it is difficult for them to understand whether he is a saint or not. In the case of Siddhartha Swami, once upon a time, that he was in the habit of wearing a small bath-towel around his waist and do some work in the garden. Once a devotee was going to the ashram and this Swami was almost near the road doing some work. That devotee asked that person, who was the Swami himself, where is Swami Siddhartha? Instead of saying that he is Swami, he said, oh, he must be sitting there in the hall. And he went direct to the hall and was searching for the Swami. Afterwards somebody told him, oh, the Swami is here in the garden working. But they don't declare that they are so and so. And it is difficult for them, for others to recognize them. Yes.